Hey, I'm Matt Jones, and this is Pensacola's Paradise, the weekly video series where we bring you the people, places, and things that make Pensacola and our surrounding area such an amazing place to live. All right, I'm here with Katie Massey, Conservation Coordinator for the Gulf Breeze Zoo.
Yes.
You're going to tell us about some of the conservation efforts here.
I sure am.
And about that fun train ride we just got off.
Exactly. So the train ride's really amazing, but I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't introduce you to my favorite zoo residents behind me. This is Rwanda, Babuka, and Kigali, our lowland gorilla. Some of the cool residents you get to see while taking that awesome safari train drive. We've got some really amazing and incredibly endangered antelope species that people get to drive right through their habitat as they're relaxed, and you get to see them up close in a way that you don't normally get to see. We've got Grevy's zebra, bongo, sable antelope, as well as the white rhino, which are really, really impressive and unfortunately very endangered rhino and their plight out in the wild. But the really amazing thing about coming to the zoo is that every person who comes to the zoo is actually helping us in our conservation message and mission that we're doing here.
So that's fantastic. Tell us how that works.
Okay, sounds great. So yeah, Kigali's clapping for us. Great. So everyone who gets to come to the zoo supports all of our efforts. So the zoo's dedicated to important breeding programs as well as sending money and funding to the wild. So one of the programs that we support with the lowland gorilla as well as the Schmidt-Squenin that you'll see here at the park is we actually help out anti-bushmeat poaching project. Yeah, and then the white rhino that you see, we do send funding to Africa and Indonesia to help with anti-poaching units and gear for the rangers over there, and zoo admission goes towards that. So you really do make a difference, especially when you come to the zoo. And that's my favorite part about this job, is that we get to be the voice for animals and their wild counterparts.
Yeah, you get to tie our local community into helping animals in the wild.
Yeah, absolutely. And we really truly do stuff in the backyard as well. It's so easy to be really excited about the really exotic animals. You know, the orangutans are a project near and dear to my heart, but we also help out Florida native species programs. So we're working with UWF to do some research on the endangered gopher tortoise in your own backyards. And that's something that we're really proud of and we think super important. We want to help inspire the next generation of youth to grow up and want to save the world and all the animals that live in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I think we passed and just visited the biggest animals in the park. You want to tell us what they are?
Yeah, so the biggest animals in the park are the white rhino, and we have Robbie and Katie and their baby Katana. And Katana, their baby, is the first rhino born in the Panhandle, which is pretty exciting.
That is exciting.
Absolutely. And then we also have the orangutans, who I personally think is the biggest animal in the park, not by weight, but maybe brain capacity. Yeah, so the orangutans are actually believed to be one of the smartest of all the great apes. We just don't tell the gorillas that because they might be offended. But we love them dearly. They're just as entertaining and happy and all that here at the park. So the orangutans, unfortunately, in the wild, orangutan habitat loss is one of the biggest things affecting population numbers, and that's primarily from palm oil. And so one of the biggest things that we're trying to do here, and what we helped assist with this year, is the Gulf Breeze Zoo partnered with Sumatran Orangutan Society this year, and we helped purchase land outside of one of the big national parks, which has been torn down for palm oil, and we're converting it back to the wild as a buffer zone so that wild orangutans can live successfully.
That's fantastic.
We're super excited.
So cool. Well, while we're here, do you want to tell us just a little bit about the train? And do you want to tell us, you know, how big this space is?
So this is a really amazing naturalistic exhibit you get to drive through. 20 acres of the zoo you get to walk through on foot, and the other 30 acres you get to relax and ride on the really awesome Huntington train and get to see these endangered species up close and a one-of-a-kind view.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think that's a good end to our session. Thanks so much for telling us about it and for all that the Gulf Breeze Zoo does for conservation efforts here and elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you guys.